Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. I went live yesterday, going live today, going live tomorrow. It's a full weekend of some Reggie Collects. I did not anticipate going live this much, I will tell you that. But when news finds its way to me that I think might be of interest to people, I try to communicate that information if I have an opportunity to. And what has happened to me, what happened was some news found its way to me along a similar topic several weeks ago. And I was so busy with work that I did not have an opportunity to share the information when it was given to me. And then like a day or two later, there was the news was everywhere, and I regretted missing the opportunity to share some news, because it's kind of cool to be able to share some things with folks in advance of other people knowing about them. As a YouTuber, you're always looking for fresh content, new things, right? And so I missed that opportunity. And this morning, I literally was awoken by the lights from the other room as my children were up at 6:30, and I was trying to get a little bit of extra sleep, but I rolled over, I checked my phone, and there was a nugget in there. And so I decided to dig into that nugget just a little bit, like pre-coffee. And then I was like, whoa, I need to circle back to you after I have some coffee and I can process a little bit better. So I did that, and I was like, you know what? We are going to go live to talk about this. And I promise I will say hello to the folks in the chat here just a second. But I want to keep it moving along because it is early. I do have things to do, and I know you guys do as well. So let me get to the news. All right. So what has happened is that several weeks ago, there was all of the excitement around the Negan Lives comic that came out. And people were really excited about this comic. And I went back and I've been watching some The Walking Dead recently, and I've been blown away because I had not really watched much of the Negan stuff. And I was right there just recently with, like, if they kill Daryl, we riot. So I was like, okay, I get people's excitement over the Negan Lives. But what happened was there was the thank you variants that started to be released from Image and Skybound to local comic shops with all of those foil covers, right? I think it was like gold, silver, and bronze, right? So there was, I think it was Negan Lives and there was Firepower. And again, this is information that I actually had early before it was actually announced widespread. And I had photographic evidence of these covers and still dropped the ball. So what I want to do is to talk a little bit about the new news that is coming out regarding The Walking Dead and something similar to what was done previously. So I had to do a little bit of research this morning. There may be people in this room that may know a little bit more about this topic than I. So I definitely encourage you in the chat to put up something if I get anything wrong. But essentially what is going to be happening next month is that they are going to be releasing, Image and Skybound are going to be releasing The Walking Dead Deluxe issue number 1. And basically it is a re-release of the very popular Walking Dead comic, except it's going to be in color this time. Read it again, revisit the historic independent series that took the entertainment world by storm 17 years ago in stunning full color. And what's cool about this is that there's going to be some bonus stuff. So like each issue will include new installments of The Cutting Room Floor from Robert Kirkman, original handwritten plots along with commentary or abandoned storylines and things that changed along the way. So this is going to be, I think, a big deal, right? I mean, even though they're calling it a deluxe and there's some bonus stuff that's in there, it's in color, so I'm sure that their costs are higher. They're still selling it at cover price for $3.99, right? And so I have a feeling that this potentially will be something that Walking Dead fans are excited about. You can see on the right-hand side who the writer is, the artist, and then the various covers that are going to be coming out. So Art Adams, and then also David Finch is another one of note here. And so I highlight the David Finch for a reason, because there are some rumors out there from, I think, a credible source, right? Because this source has paid off before, that they are going to be doing with that Finch cover. they are going to be doing some more foil variants as a thank you to retailers. And what we don't know is when it's going to be released. We don't know the quantities that will be released. We don't know how they're going to release it. And it may be very similar to what they did with Negan Lives and with Firepower. There was some kind of ratio, if you will. You order a certain number of this and then you get this along with your order. That could be how it goes. Those last ones, the Firepower and the Negan Lives, extremely popular. People were hunting for these books. I went to a couple of comic shops and they were bundling them up to be able to send them off to CGC to have them encapsulated. So there will be another round of these thank you foil variants that are coming out. What they're doing this time, at least this is what I'm hearing, is that they will have gold, red, and black. 3 different variations, if you will, gold, red, and black. And I think that it's only with the David Finch that they're going to be doing it. Again, how it's going to be distributed, the quantities, the ratios, none of that is known. We are assuming that it's going to be released around October 7th, along with the regular comics. But again, a little bit unconfirmed. So I wanted to throw this out there for people to think about. Again, if you are a Walking Dead fan, if you are a speculator, this could be a book that you want to reach out to your local comic shop and have a conversation about. They might not even be aware of it, to be honest with you, because there have been things that have been released like from Bad Idea, from Marvel, from DC, from Image. There are these surprise things that actually come with their diamond orders that they're not always privy to. So you may want to reach out. And again, you may be breaking the news for them because they may not be fully aware of some of this stuff. So let me scroll back to the chat here and see if there's anything. Firepower from Burke family. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Said Firepower is so good. Only 3 issues in. So if you're not reading it, jump on now, he says. What is this? Heard half credible source that McFarlane has a cover as well. Surprise hype thing. You could be right. We didn't see that when you look at the rundown. But man, I mean, who knows what could happen? I think these guys are having a little fun. And if they're doing it, again, as like a little bit of Tyler Kirkham, as a little bit of a thank you to the local comic shops for them to be able to make some money and that kind of stuff, I'm all on board for it. So let me scroll back through the comments here. My man Vika is in the house. FaceTime is here. Elvis is here. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. He says, a part of the 7.4% Canadian contingent. I like numbers. And so shout out to all the Canadians out there. Well done, brother. My man Matt Woods is in here. Free Key Louie is in the house. How you doing, brother? My man Nick is here. Let me scroll up through these comments here. Morphin Times, this guy says. Sean, how you doing, brother? My Canadian brother Rush Diehard is in here. Frankie says, I have a first print of the Negan Lives. Bought it as a why not. Brother, I am not mad at you for a little bit of the why not. Oh man, don't tell me passing up on the bronze Negan Lives was a bad idea. Bro, I don't know. Somebody needs to look up the values of those and post it in the comment section, because at one point those books were doing pretty well. And maybe they still are. I honestly don't know. Gordon, it is good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. Chef, how you doing? It's good to see you. Happy Saturday morning, my good friend. Philly Born is in the house. My man Derek is in here. Scrolling up through some of the comments because I was way down at the bottom. Scrolling, couple of more people flowing in. Nate, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. He says, is this video going to want to make me spend more money? Here's the thing, Nate, and anyone else that is listening, I cannot control what you do with your money, okay? But I will entice you. I will dangle some things before your eyes and try to entice you to spend your hard-earned money. No, it's like anything else, man. I try to put the stuff out there. And what you guys decide to do with it is completely on you. And Nate knows that. I think he's just having a little bit of fun. So I did not, in full transparency, I did not buy any of the Negan Lives. I did not buy any of the Firepower. I held them when I went to a comic shop. Like one of my shop owners like opened up a box that he was shipping to CGC so I can check them out. So that was pretty cool. I probably will not buy any of this Walking Dead, right? To be honest with you, just being completely transparent. Why not save some of that stuff for somebody else that really, really wants to see that stuff? Tariq, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. An impromptu live stream. Timothy is in the house. Scrolling back down to the bottom here. No, man. So, bro, I got up this morning because my kids woke up at the crack of dawn. The wife had to go get some blood drawn, and so I had to feed the kids. And I was like, you know what? I'm up. I might as well go ahead and do my cardio because it was a little chilly. I threw on the Swoldier shirt and did my 20 minutes on the stair monster, and then I did about 10 minutes on the treadmill. And I'll probably train a little bit later today, but knock the cardio out. And just in a couple of moments, I'm going to go in here and have a little bit of breakfast and get the day started. Well, get the day a little more started than it was at 6:30 this morning. What is this? Lee, how you doing? He says, in all fairness, I was watching other Regie videos, catching up from the week. Brother, I'm going to give you a full weekend of Regie Collects. You catch up on all the good stuff that dropped, plus last night's live stream and this live stream. I am killing the game over here. Team No Sleeves in the house. I heard that. I am actually going to be putting on a tank top very, very soon. Richard, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Master Blaster, bro. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Sounds like you're about to do potentially some big things. Good luck to you. I may actually be headed over to the storage today. I may head over to storage today. There's a couple of books that I wouldn't mind hunting for in the collection. Yeah, so I may head over with the kids and spend an hour or so in storage, seeing if I can find a couple of things. The other thing is, if you placed orders last night, because there were several people that placed orders last night, I am bundling that stuff up. There's actually one sitting right there. I'm going to bundle that up in a hot second and going to take those to the mail as well. Shout out to those people that I've been doing deals with, man. I've been doing a lot of deals lately, and I am very thankful for the subscribers out there that reach out to me, and we are able to have a sensible conversation about the values of things and how to structure a deal. And it's been really, really awesome to do some of these deals. So shout out to everyone that reached out to me. If we were able to make a deal, I appreciate you. If we were not, I still appreciate you at least thinking about me and giving me an opportunity. So I want to throw that out there for folks. Scroll up. Superior Hero Reviews. Oh man, we're gonna have a superior off. So Superior Hero Reviews and Super Honorable Nephew. Those names, man. I don't. Those the three word names. I don't know. You guys may have to battle it out for superiority. Connecting Comics, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Regie A. Afternoon. It is good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. Gotta love. What does that say? Gotta love going hunting it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is a fantastic thing to see books actually come up, as like the hot book of the week, and not have to, go to the comic shop to go hunting. I'm like, I think I may have that in the collection. And then I go and then I find it. It's a cool thing. It really is a cool thing to be able to hunt in one's own collection, because, you go through these books and you see them and you're like, oh, that's a nice book. You just keep going, right? Because there's so many. And then something comes up and you're like, oh, I think I just saw that book. Let me go look for it. It's a cool thing. It really is. And I am very fortunate, or I consider myself very fortunate to be able to do that, So, again, for those folks that are coming in a little bit late, and again, it's Saturday morning, it's early. You're technically not late. If you're here, you're just right on time. I do want to do a quick recap for people so that you guys don't have to go back and watch the video from the very top. And so breaking some news, at least I think that I am, that there is going to be a Walking Dead Deluxe issue #1 that is going to be coming out October 7th. And this is basically the Walking Dead from the beginning retold in color. There are some rumors from a source that is giving me information before that there is going to be a thank you variant. I'm sorry, a thank you comic that is going to be coming out associated with the Walking Dead issue #1, specifically from David Finch. And this is very similar to the Firepower and the Negan Lives books that dropped a few weeks ago. This one is going to be a foil variant, or variation, if you will, and it's going to be in gold, red, and black. And we do not know how it's going to be released, when it's going to be released, the quantities that it's going to be released in, but there is potentially going to be a really awesome foil variant or variation of the Walking Dead issue #1 that is going to be coming out. So if you're a Walking Dead fan, if you're a speculator, and kind of sort of who isn't these days, you may want to check out your local comic shops and have a conversation with them about the availability of this book. One of the things that I've seen from a lot of comic shops is that they tend to give these books to people that are Walking Dead fans, right? Like if somebody's been reading Walking Dead and they've been pulling it, and they will oftentimes offer it up to those people. And I kind of think that that's fair. Some comic shops will, raise the price and offer it up to whoever. Others are holding it. They're sending it in to CGC to be graded and encapsulated. Then they'll bring it back and they'll sell it. So there are a lot of different variations out there. And it's like, if you've seen one comic shop, potentially you've seen one comic shop. But when you go have the conversation with your LCSs, you may actually be breaking this news, because I don't think that this is widespread. I think that this is some stuff that is not yet out there, but I could be wrong. You guys probably know a lot better than I. So scrolling down to the bottom here real quick, what does it say? Loyalty. I walk into some shops and they'll be like, yeah, I put this in your box for you because I know you're reading the mutant titles or the X-Men titles, or I know you might be interested in this for Spider-Man, so I'm going to set this aside. And again, we've spoken about this a lot. Like, relationships actually matter, right? Having a relationship that is not transactional in nature oftentimes will work to your benefit, because people like to do business with people like to hook up their friends, you know what I'm saying, versus it being like a transactional thing. And it's like, there is something to be said for your comic shop knowing what your wants, needs, and desires are, and know your name and all that other kind of stuff. So I think that it goes a long way. Now, that isn't to say that it's going to work out in your favor every time. It is not to say that. I had somebody put up a comment the other day, and they were basically like, these local comic shops are taking advantage of people, blah, blah, blah. And my thought was, so first of all, that is not a new invention. Local comic shops are run by a spectrum of people, some of which are really awesome and some of which aren't. The idea of a person, a business taking advantage of someone is not a new invention. That didn't just happen because of speculation last week, right? That has been there. And what I kind of pointed out to this person is that at least now, as collectors, as readers, as speculators, as investors, whatever you want to call yourself, we are actually in a much better position, right? Where we now potentially have an equal footing to the LCS because of things like YouTube and the apps, and also pricing guides. Right at our fingertips, we have the ability to check the significance of a comic, the values of a comic, the sales prices, the FMV. We are now in a better position to say, no, that does not look right. So at this point, if you get taken advantage of, it's not your own fault, but you should be able to tap into those resources to negate the likelihood that you are going to be abused, if you will. I don't know how I got on this topic, but I'm pretty certain that the dots connected in some way, shape, or form. All right, so I am going to wrap this thing up, man. I want to thank you guys, man, for hanging out with me just a little bit here on a Saturday morning. Again, we are all speculators. People will say speculators are bad. Speculators are bad for the hobby. The truth of the matter is that almost all of us are speculators. And what I mean by that is that we are buying books based upon hype. We are buying books based upon need. We are selling these books. And what we're doing is we're taking that money and we're going out and buying another comic that we really want, right? We are the speculators. To try to say that speculators are something that is apart from the comic book community is a misnomer. It is a misnomer. We are the comic book community. And there are degrees of speculation. There are people that, of course, may take it too far, but your average collector is probably buying a book and turning around and trying to sell it so that they can go buy something else. And there's nothing wrong with that. But because there is that spectrum, there is always good and bad. There is always that, right? Burke Family Nasty dropping that knowledge up in there. LCS gotta pay rent, man. Gotta pay rent just like everybody else. And in fact, I'm about to go pay my rent by working on some honeydew items for the wife. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me just a little bit. And I apologize, I'm cutting this short. I can tell you right now that I could keep this going on for a while. But there is a price to be paid. I hope you guys catch up on all the videos that have been released this week. And in one of those videos, there was the phrase, of course, for you to be able to win this awesome book. And just to clarify, if you are in the US, if you are in Canada, if you have a mailing address in the US, you are eligible for this week's giveaway. I had some Canadians, man, that the 7.4% of Canadians like, whoa, 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 you didn't say Canada. It was a slip of the tongue, not of the heart, my friends. If you guys need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects, or you can send me an email to reggie@regiecollects.com. If you're feeling frisky, check out the website, regiecollects.com. Be well, and I will talk to you tomorrow as part of the Ready, Set, Go preview show at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Late.